with PermaShield USA. Wanted to give you the results of a test that we've been doing today. So we bought a brand new Michelin tire, put 10 nails in it. You can see here they are staggered throughout the tread area, all back up in top of the tire here. Put about 41 pounds of pressure in it, and we've driven about 10 to 12 miles now. It only takes a couple miles for it to activate, but we went ahead and drove a little bit farther just to make sure, since we did have so many nails in it. But you can see here, no bubbling. We can put a little bit more suds on the top here, and you can see that all of the nails have sealed. And just to double check the pressure here, we put this on one of our spare rims. We'll go ahead and do the digital pressure gauge. And it is 40.5. So basically right at where we inflated it. It is a little cold, so some of the pressure will drop, so we let the car sit. But basically we've got 10 nails in here. We'll let this sit for a while and go test drive it again, and maybe get a few more nails in there just for sport. For this brief video to show something interesting that's happened after we did the final suds test on this deck screw here. I actually wanted to go get a cup of coffee, so I jumped in this vehicle, drove to the store, got a cup of coffee, and came back to the shop. As I pulled in the shop, I got out to look at the tire one last time, and I noticed this. If you look closely here, you'll see that this is the hole from one of the original 10 nails. What has happened is, as I went to go get my coffee and came back, at some point in the trip, one of the nails worked its way out of the tire. And now you can see that the sealant is plugging this hole. So the air pressure inside the tire is pushing the sealant out through that hole that was left when the nail worked its way out. So you can see a couple little bubbles here. That's the sealant. And so what's going to happen now in a few minutes is this will dry. And especially if you're driving and the tire gets hot and you're on hot pavement, it dries even quicker, forming that permanent seal and that permanent plug. So now we have a total of 9 nails, 1 screw, and a sealed nail hole.
Clean the rim in? See how clean the rim is? Now, did any of the PermaShield in the tire get on you? Did any of the PermaShield get all over your equipment?
Hi everybody, so we returned from the test drive about 12 or 13 miles, interstate and regular roads, no tire pressure monitor system issue, and no vibration. This is our personal Dodge Caliber. It has sat in our driveway since February 27th of 2020. Today is May 21st of 2020, a full 12 weeks. We had to jump it when we started this morning. It's continued to maintain its pressure. We're going to double check that right now. We're going to talk about the nails that we put in. Remember, last September, we put 2 nails in the front left and 2 nails in the front right. Front left, we left them in. Front right, we took them out. So it's continued to maintain the pressure. Even after the drive, we're at 36.5 psi, 36.5 psi. And then, of course, the 2 nails. This one in particular, the head is still on it, and this one down here at the bottom, the head has come off. So it's continued to maintain its pressure, and it's continued to do the things that we want it to do, and that's to prevent a customer from being stranded on the side of the road with a flat tire because they got a puncture in their tread. So this particular tire here, it's a warm day here in Arizona. It's at 40 PSI. So remember, last September we took 2 nails into this one and we pulled them out. Continue to maintain the pressure. Permashield.com. My name is Russ Mann. You can find me on LinkedIn for more information. We have a Facebook page, and of course you can see these videos on YouTube. Please reach out to me. In your dealership, it can be preloaded, sold in finance, and even sold in the service drive. It is an outstanding, valuable product for your consumer. Please reach out. My name is Russ Mann, LinkedIn. Thank you very much. We're grateful for you watching, and have an outstanding day.
Hi, I'm Brian Berman, the owner of Permashield USA. Today I'm going to show you how to install the tire sealant RK formula in my new 2020 Jeep Rubicon. So the first thing you'll do is rotate the tire so the valve stem is somewhere between 10 and 2 o'clock. We've got it at 12 o'clock here, which is fine. You'll remove the plastic cap that comes with the tire. Use any sort of valve stem removal tool here. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull the valve core out, let the tire fully deflate. Once it's fully deflated, we'll install the product and then reinflate back to the manufacturer's spec. Now that the tire is deflated, we need to find out how much product needs to be injected. You go to permashieldUSA.com, look for the light duty dosage calculator. From there, you'll type in the specs from the tire, which on this one are 285, 70, 17. We type that in and it calculates that this particular tire needs 30 ounces of product. In order to get the product into the tire, we're going to use this equipment. We have a spring-loaded heavy-duty chuck that we clamp onto the valve stem. Then we use our specially calibrated pump to push exactly the right amount of product into the tire. This particular pump will do up to 8 ounces per stroke. Let me show you how to set that. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna install the chuck. Simply press the spring-loaded clamp on the back, install it onto the valve stem like that, and it's secure. Notice now that there is no air pocket inside this hose. That means it's fully primed. Typically what we do is we'll just pump a couple of pumps through the hose, push any air out before we install it on the valve stem. Next, we're gonna set the pump to the appropriate dosage per stroke. Very simple to do. If you'll notice, there are marks all along the shaft of this pump. And down here, we have a clamp that is movable up and down the shaft. There are 8-ounce increments of markings. So for this example, we're gonna set 1 stroke to 8 ounces. Simply move the clamp up to just above the mark where there's an 8, secure it, and you're done. Now when this pump goes down, this clamp will stop it at the exact moment that 8 ounces is entered into the tire. So remember, this tire needs 30 ounces. We can only get a maximum of 8 ounces per stroke. So this will require 3 strokes of 8, and the 4th stroke will simply move this tab down to the number 6 for a total of 30 ounces. The key to each stroke is making sure you have no air pockets in your line, nice and easy, slow depression of the shaft. I'll demonstrate the first one. We'll go till the top hits the 8-ounce marking, and then that's it. Bring it back up fully and get ready for your second stroke. All right, now that we've got the full 30 ounces in this tire, it's time to reinstall the valve core. However, before we do that, it's always a good idea to take a little tool like this or a screwdriver or something small and just clear out the inside of this valve before you insert the core. That ensures that this will seat properly, you don't have any air leak. I've already done that for this demonstration, so we'll go ahead and put this in. Now that it's in, it's time to get the compressor fired up and air this back up to 40 PSI. All right, now that we've got the valve stem in, we've aired it back up to the 40 PSI that is recommended for this tire. We're gonna install the new PermaShield valve cap. That lets us know that this tire has been treated and is protected. After this, the next step is to take this for a test drive and activate the protection. What you'll want to do is drive at least 5 miles at 60 miles an hour. What that does is it allows the product to spread evenly on the inside of the tread area. And until that occurs, you could potentially have some imbalance and vibration. At that 5 mile mark, you should feel all the vibration go away and you'll know you're ready to go. All right, I'm preparing for the test drive to activate the product, but before I do that, I wanted to show that there was no impact on the tire pressure monitoring system. Let's take a look. Okay, the car is ready to drive and we have no tire pressure sensor errors. If there were, they would show up right here on this side of the dashboard.